Hello everyone, I'm a lawyer from LPA Singapore, and today I'm going to speak about the legal aspect of an international distribution network. To bring their product to market, suppliers often rely on the experience of local distribution partners. In international market, there are various systems which allow a supplier to sell its product to customers. While integrated companies can make their own decision regarding their distribution systems, pure suppliers will often need distribution agents or distributors in order to market their product. To develop the Asian market, a supplier can choose to incorporate several entities, but this may prove burdensome as Asian countries have very different systems and regulations. An easy and efficient option is to choose one place of business to handle distribution to other countries. For this, Singapore appears as a strategic choice as it allows having a master distributor or a supplier in Singapore, which shall appoint sub-distributor in other Asian countries. However, to be able to set up an efficient international distribution system in the region, it is key first to make sure that the system contemplated matches the supplier's needs. To do that, it is crucial to understand the main characteristic of a distribution agreement. In some ways, a distribution agreement is a contract for the sale of goods, but because the parties are in a way channel partners, the relationship goes well beyond that of a mere buyer and seller. It is also a contract granting certain intangible rights, like the right to use the supplier mark as a notarized distributor and the right to an assigned territories in which it may enjoy exclusivity. It also frequently involves services obligation, and it sometimes even includes a commitment by the distributor not to distribute competing product. The distribution agreement must address the entire scope of the collaboration from signing to termination, so that parties have the same understanding of the services to be performed. What? Define precisely the product that will be distributed. Where? Geographically, where will the product be distributed? To who? To which sector? Customer are the product intended for? How? Via which channel? Online only, specialized shop, supermarket, all of the above. Who? Exclusivity or not? The exclusivity is probably the trickiest point to discuss, but the consequences of granting an exclusivity right can be serious. With or without exclusivity, a supplier wants to ensure that its distributor does its best to sell its product. To achieve this, we recommend including minimum performance obligations. These minimum performance obligations often come with assurances for the supplier. If the distributor does not comply with such obligation, it will nevertheless have to pay the supplier for a minimum fee for such definite period. There are other essential obligations of the parties that need to be addressed in the distribution agreement, such as payment terms, financing of the stocks purchase, relation with the sub-distributor in the region, IP, regulatory licenses, registration or authorization to be able to distribute the product. Finally, the distribution agreement must address the termination of the agreement. While the reason for termination can vary, the most important thing is for each party to be able to terminate the agreement in the event that the other party materially breaches the agreement. Note that in certain jurisdictions, it is mandatory for the supplier to pay a compensation to the distributor for the distributor's loss of clientele should the agreement be terminated. The fate of the stock must be addressed in the agreement in case of termination, as supplier may want to avoid its product being destroyed, lost or sold at a price that is way below their market value, which would tarnish the image of the supplier's brand. All the aspects that we've just mentioned are essential to build a distribution agreement that is durable and to establish a relationship of trust between supplier and distributor. This might also be a way to test a business partner and a market before establishing a JV, where both parties will be equity partners and undertaking more risk. À bientôt!